Welcome back to part 2 of entering course requests into the Home Access Center. We are going to finish entering our example students course request into the HAC, and we are going to look back at the original course request form to make sure that we have everything entered correctly so that the students' course request totals enter 7 primary course requests and at least 3 alternate course requests. So we had just entered Art 3D as a primary request, and now we are going to enter ceramics as an alternate to this course. So to enter an alternate, you will click the course request edit box, scroll to the course that you wish to make an alternate, and click request. But now we are going to use the drop down box to make this course an alternate. And because we want this course to be an alternate to Art 3D, we don't want the student to end up with both Ceramics 1 and Art 3D. We would like to just replace Art 3D in case it's full. We are going to make this an alternate to a particular course. In this case, the class is going to be Art 3D. So we're going to use the drop down, which shows all of the courses that the student has registered for thus far. Choose Art 3D. Now you can see both Art 3D and Ceramics are listed as course request, but note that Art 3D is listed as a primary request in this column, and Ceramics 1 is listed as an alternate request in the alternate credit column. So our example student, we have registered for AP English Language, Algebra 2, U.S. History, and Chemistry. Make sure that Chemistry and U.S. History, yes, they're both listed. We have entered Art 3D. We still need to enter Oral Communications, the 2 medical classes, and Anatomy and Physiology. So let's do that now. Oral Communications is located under the Language Arts Oral Com tab. We will choose Oral Communications and click Save. It's a primary request. Then the student is interested in the medical classes, Intro to Medical Professions and Human Behaviors and Disorders, which are both listed under the career and technical courses. Courses are listed in alphabetical order, so I'm going to scroll down to the H's, and there's Human Behaviors and Disorders. And under the I's, Intro to Medical Professions. So we will save them both. And then Anatomy and Physiology is actually a science class. So the student is going to have 2 classes listed under Science. We'll click the Select box, choose Anatomy and Physiology, and click Save. So now under the credit totals, for primary request, the student has 7 credits listed. All the remaining credits that we are going to enter will be alternate credits and should go under the column on the right for alternate credits. We don't need any more than 7 primary requests. If you enter more than 7 primary requests, you will have a schedule that has more than 7 classes, including seminars. So make sure that you only enter 7 primary requests. For alternates, our student was interested in parenting, food and nutrition, Spanish 3 pre-AP, which is actually already listed because it was a recommendation, AP Psychology, and then I showed you earlier how to enter Ceramics 1. So let's look at parenting and food and nutrition. Both classes are listed in the Career and Technical department. So we're going to look for food and nutrition. And food and nutrition is going to be an alternate. So we are going to use the drop down and make this an alternate to any course. An also we have parenting. Again, as an alternate to any course. And we'll click Save. Then AP Psychology is under Social Studies. It's part of the Social Studies department, although it's an elective. So we'll click the Social Studies tab and look for AP Psychology and make this course an alternate and click Save. And then finally, let's make sure that we have them all entered. So let's do a check and make sure. We're going to scroll back up to the top, and I think we have them all entered. So we have AP English Language and Comp, check. Algebra 2, U.S. History is here. Chemistry is listed. World Communications is listed. Art 3D is listed as a primary request. Intro to Medical Professions and Human Behaviors and Disorders. And then down at the bottom in Science, Anatomy and Physiology. So we have 7 credits, a primary request. Then under our alternate request, Parenting, Food and Nutrition, Spanish 3 Pre-AP is listed as an alternate. AP Psychology is down here at the bottom. And Ceramics 1 is listed as a Fine Arts. So we do have the correct totals. 7 matches our primary request totals and 3.5 matches our alternate request totals. So this student is registered for the 2015-2016 school year. You have from now, which the Home Access Center is now open until Friday, February 27th to enter your course request. Make sure that you enter your course request just exactly how you want them. If you need to make changes over the next 2 weeks after you enter them initially, you can make any changes until February 27th. But when the February 27th window closes, you may make no more changes to course request. So make sure on that date that they are entered as you would like them to be. We will begin building the master schedule based on your course request starting the first week of March. It takes several weeks for the department chairs and I to build the master schedule and enter that into the computer. So don't look for schedules until the last week of July, just as we did this past year, so that you have a couple of weeks prior to school start that you can have your schedule in hand. The order in which you enter your request does not matter. If you enter them today, if you enter them February 26th, the order that you will be scheduled is not impacted by the order in which you enter your course request, so don't feel like you are rushed. But at the same time, know that you may have a delay if you do not enter your course request by February 27th. We are going to have to do some special things to make sure that those are entered, and so you may have a delay if you do not have your course request entered on time by that February 27th due date. And we hope that you don't have any problems with the process. We hope that it's user-friendly and that you can appreciate seeing the course request entered into HACC. Thank you.